So here we are in your fantastic cottage here in Newcastle, discovering Daisy Green. Tell us, what is Daisy Green?
Daisy Green magazine.co.uk is an online ethical fashion and lifestyle magazine, very much aimed at the mainstream woman, so just about anybody can read it. There's something on there for everybody.
Wow, and how long have you been in fashion? When did this start?
I don't think I could say I was in fashion, but we started last year in April. I started writing a blog because I was bothered by a couple of things, and then I got
What sort of things were you bothered by?
I was bothered about magazines telling me how I should look, and that I should pay a fortune to have those things and then get rid of them 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 weeks later. You know, your handbag that might cost you £1,500, which in 3 months is not the right colour anymore. It bothered me greatly. And there was something another person had written about charities, that they're all just throwing the stuff out in the bin out the back of the charity shops. That bothered me a lot.
Yeah.
So I wrote to Oxfam actually in April last year, and I said, is this true? Do you throw your stuff out in the bin? And she gave me a fantastic response, which I then put on the blog, and that's where it started really.
Fantastic. And then I hear that you gathered about thousands of readers really quickly.
But in the first 3 months, at the end of 3 months on the blog, we had 1,000 readers, which I just couldn't believe that many people were sort of reading my little rantings and ravings.
Wow.
And over the summer we got the Business Link funding to turn it into a proper magazine.
That's fantastic.
So,
So it's all come out of passion really, and when you really feel what's wrong with fashion.
Absolutely.
So what's Daisy Green, how can Daisy Green help us understand fashion and make fashion into a positive thing in the world?
I think there are so many ways it can be positive. For example, if you buy vintage fashion, that, you know, there's no carbon miles, there's no new processes, they haven't been newly manufactured. All of that has gone and been, and plus you get a unique piece of clothing that nobody else has got. But also there are a lot of online ethical companies who are trying really hard to make clothes that are both ethical and beautiful, and you'd want to buy them because they're beautiful, not necessarily because they're ethical. And me personally, I'm a charity shop addict. I can't kick myself out of them. I spend more on them than I ever have on anything else.
No, absolutely, and it's a fantastic way of finding great clothes, isn't it?
Absolutely, and the new things,
Yeah,
the charity shops and
absolutely. I go to rummages where women turn up with a bag of clothes and a bottle of wine and you'll swap clothes. I think that's also another way of finding
we did
great
that
fashion.
last 2 weeks ago. We had a really big swish in Newcastle, and there were 200 women fighting over carry bags and cases of clothes. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
Now I hear Daisy Green's having a fashion show in March. Tell us about that.
In March we're having what's called an ethical extravaganza. So we're going to have about 20 stalls of local cottage industries selling their goods that they make, and obviously it will have some kind of ethical implication. It'll be recycled fabrics or antique or vintage. And then we're having a huge fashion show after that, and then after that a swap party as well. There'll be competitions, and there's loads going on, so that's why we called it an extravaganza, because there's just something for everybody.
Fantastic. And what are the sort of issues that you're mainly working at the moment at Daisy Green? What's sort of really catching your attention?
Well, it's very close to being Fair Trade Fortnight, so we're doing a lot of interviews with people who work within the fair trade industries, and I spoke recently to a lovely lady called Catherine, who's the chair of the Durham Fair Trade Partnership, and really interesting what she had to say about it. So we're just having a look for some really cool products that are also fair trade.
Fantastic. And do you find that women are taking note of what's coming through with Daisy Green? Do you feel they're really getting engaged with ethical fashion?
I think so. I mean, we put things on and people comment on them. You know, I had someone ring me for the recipe of our scones the other day, because we put a recipe on for lavender scones using organic products, and she rang me to find out what ingredients she needed, which was absolutely amazing. And people are passionate, you know, either this way or that way, or tell us that we maybe missed something out and have you really researched this. And so they let us know, and then we can go away and use that and change or add in what bits we may have missed out. We talk to so many different companies, and my personal thing is underwear, and I really would like to work with someone to produce some ethical underwear that doesn't cost too much, but it's just everyday wear that's comfy, but it's flattering as well.
Oh, absolutely, because that's just an everyday essential item.
Absolutely.
That could be sustainable, which, as you say, you couldn't find that.
There aren't that many good ethical underwears, and I think, you know, given how much we need knickers, you know, or bras that are slightly bigger.
Absolutely.
Really, it's a market that's been missed, I think.
Fantastic. Now I hear that part of the fashion show is something to do with the 999 It's Time campaign.
Yes, I was so lucky to come down and be involved in that.
Fantastic, because that's all about people taking action and positive action, just sort of getting together and making ourselves heard that we want change, or inspiring us what change needs to happen here.
Yeah,
on the
indeed.
planet.
And doing it positively as well,
Yeah.
that everybody can make a difference.
Absolutely. It's been fantastic to meet you, and we look forward to coming and find out all about more things that you're doing at Daisy Green over the coming years.
That's great, thank you very much.
Thank you.